Yo, 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 what it do? What it be, y'all? It's your boy A.N.T. repping the Spell Block Agency, coming at you with a little NHL 20 commentary. I ain't played NHL since like NHL 99, copped NHL 20 for like, I don't know, I think it was like $8, $5 on PSN, so, had to cop it, test it out, kind of see what it was about, and it's pretty lit. I was used to playing NHL 99 with just like the pass, shoot, check button. Now you got like the hit stick, you got the little shot stick. You look at me spinning around like I'm Barry Sanders on ice or something. This shit is cold. I might have to check out like MLB or something, because if I've been sleeping on hockey, maybe I've been sleeping on baseball too. I'm gonna have to check something out or something, but hope y'all enjoyed it. I think this was the Hurricanes. Shout out to the Minnesota Wild. That's the team. That's the motherland. No, for real. My mama is from Minnesota, so we was gonna play as the Avalanche, but figured, hey, you know what? Might as well play as the Wild, the Minnesota. Rep the motherland a little bit. So, I haven't done one of these greatest sports tragedies videos in a minute, low key. I think the last one I did was about OKC a few months ago, and since that video, a lot's happened. It's crazy. I kind of called Russ going to Houston. Everybody's saying they don't know how they're both ball dominant, and they don't know how they're gonna kind of play together, but they have something called chemistry, and that's something either people have or they don't. They've played together before. Maybe that chemistry will carry over, maybe it won't. We'll see. And that's not even to mention that Serge Ibaka from that squad went out and earned himself a ring on Toronto. First one from the team to earn a ring. Keyword earn. KD. Anyway, speaking of KD, he teamed up with Kyrie, bring some excitement to Brooklyn, and I don't know, that OKC team looking like it might live through the tragedy that is. I think OKC, the team, the brand, is actually now the tragedy and not the players associated with it, which, yeah, I've been saying it for a minute now, that the Thunder have been a sinking ship since the Harden trade, and it's about time Russ got off. Now they're in full rebuild mode, and now we'll see if they can ever do anything now. But I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I know we just talking about basketball. I know they got the little summer league going on. I don't even watch that shit. I don't even know if it's over or not. But let me switch gears to football a little bit. We got the Hall of Fame game finna come up and all that. Madden actually drops at the end of the month. I didn't even know that. My homie Josh, a.k.a. Boog, told me that, a.k.a. So Turned Up, told me that. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm a cop Madden off bat. I think I might wait for it to drop and kind of see how it looks and see if I just can't go back to playing Madden 20 and download some rosters or something. But I definitely pre-ordered 2K20. I'm going to try and run that with the squad. I got Modern Warfare. So when we got more than 3 people online and we can't run Apex squads, we'll hop on Modern Warfare or something, try and get good in that. And what else did I pre-ordered Outer Worlds, so I'll probably stream that once it drops. I can't wait to see Obsidian's latest game. My homie D Beezy, aka Dylan, was telling me that this game Metro Exodus was pretty lit. I think it's pretty much like Fallout but in Russia, he was telling me, so I might have to check that out. But anyways, I'm gonna switch topics a little bit, kind of talk about football. Got the Hall of Fame game coming up, like I said, Madden dropping at the end of the month. It's crazy, and I'm about to maybe I'll do a vlog or a stream of my fantasy draft I'll be doing with the gang and shit, the fam. So stay tuned for all that. Football season is upon us, and so with that, I figured I'll talk a little bit about a sports tragedy that happened in football. And, I think we all know who it is by the title. It's RG3. And it's tragic as fuck because RG3, he really could have been something special, but his inability to stay healthy, on top of the fact that Mike Shanahan was kind of in his last years coaching. And look, like, I'm a diehard Broncos fan, and I'm about to perhaps besmirch the man who won us back-to-back bowls with a ragtag group of undrafted players. TD, I think Shannon Sharp was kind of like, I think he was a 4th-round pick or something. I could be wrong on that, but he was a tight end. I don't think anybody was picking tight ends rounds 1 through 3 back then. But he also had Rod Smith. He had a great defense, legends like Steve Atwater and all that. And then he had John Elway, of course, leading the O. But in my humble opinion, Mike Shanahan was not trying to rebuild the Redskins team that looked really as if it might be on the rise. Like, they had some pieces you could build on. Like, they had an aging Clinton Portis, who is still kind of like a threat. Santana Moss, who was still a deep threat. They had Fred Davis and Chris Cooley, who were decent tight ends at the time. But they also had Pro Bowl caliber defenders on the other side of the ball. They had D'Angelo Williams, who was a great cornerback at one time. I wouldn't say great. He was good. He was a good cornerback at one time. I don't put him in that great category. He wasn't no Revis Island or nothing, but he was there. He was making Pro Bowls. Brian Arakpo, who literally was like a synonym for the sack. Y'all ain't never seen that commercial getting Arakpo'd or none of that. Like, come on now. And they had London Fletcher, who was older, more experienced, kind of like a leader on the defense. And all they needed was someone better than Jason Campbell at QB. And everyone thought when the Redskins drafted RG3, Shanahan was going to turn him into the next Elway. He already knew how to work with mobile quarterbacks. And, he had kind of had a run option offense kind of set up. Because I think his son was the offensive coordinator, and he was just like, all right, son, like, this is kind of your project. And I don't know. And how, like I said, RG3 could have been great, but, with that, they were kind of trying to build an offense around him. But he could never shake the injury bug that plagued him in college. And in a game against the Baltimore Ravens, coincidentally, on December 9th, it was a Week 14 game. In his rookie year, he was injured during a tackle by Haloti Ngata. It was just kind of like a freak thing. Wasn't intentional. And but that's when things kind of started to go downhill for RG3. But before I get into that, let me give RG3 some props. Because for a minute, he really did look like the quarterback the Redskins had been searching for to lead them to infinity and beyond. Plus, he was the first NFL player with a Roman numeral on the back of his jersey. They changed the whole rule because that's just how hot Robert was at the time. They made hella bread off of it. I'm sure he did too. My guy was the first NFL quarterback born in the 90s. And as a 90s baby that doesn't really understand the shade we throw at each other, because if we teamed up with the 80s babies and the 2000 babies, only up until 05 though, anyone born during or after Lil Wayne's era of dominance, I don't know, they just got something wrong with them. We can't help them. But anyways, shout out RG3 for repping the 90s babies, putting us on the map with a Rookie of the Year. He said, yep, y'all think we just came in here to play around, we just too young? You think I'm just a runner? Nah. I'm going to go ahead and be pretty much, he was really low-key looking like the next Michael Vick. That's really how great he was. He didn't have the best throwing motion, but Shanahan could probably work with that. But he could run the damn ball. And around that same time, Colin Kaepernick was taking the league by storm. He led the 49ers to the Super Bowl pretty much using the same kind of offense, except Jim? Was it Jim? Yeah, because John Harbaugh is the Ravens coach. Jim Harbaugh had probably one of the best offenses set around Kaepernick. They had a young receiver, Crabtree, Frank Gore, the workhorse, Vernon Davis, who was a workhorse, a killer offensive line that, like, oh yeah, that was just the team. Man, that Niners team could have been great. That might be another sports tragedy, but RG3 could have been RG3, but you know, he tore his ACL in this game. He sprained his LCL. I'm sorry, sprained his LCL with the tackle against the Ravens, and then they sat him out the next week. And then the next week after that, Shanahan was like, oh, yeah, like, he's cleared to play. Like, he's good. We're going to get him in there. Beats the Eagles week 16 to secure the Redskins a playoff spot. And then, I don't know if he played week 17 or not. Maybe they sat him out or something. But then that wild card weekend they were supposed to play, Dr. James Andrews, the Redskins team doctor, literally said, I never cleared RG3 to play. He hasn't been clear since week 14. I don't know why the fuck he's playing. Exposed the whole thing. And that weekend, I don't know if it was a jinx or just bad luck or just life being a bitch how it is or just all the above. But RG3 tore his ACL in the wild card game against the Seahawks. That weekend, he was playing just fine. Kind of didn't really seem injured against the Eagles week 16 when he secured the playoff spot, but kind of the doctor called Mike Shanahan, told him he was bullshitting, and RG3 paid for it. Tore his ACL, thought he could do it, but that was his decision. All right, you know, maybe he thought he could play, but I mean, it was just a whole chaotic situation. It ended in tragedy because even after he got surgery to repair his knee, the next season, it was even more sad. He didn't play in any preseason games, and then he got benched for Kirk Cousins in week 14. Irony again, because that was the same week he got, you know, his LCL sprain, and that's when everything started to go downhill. And they took him out week 14 to prevent further injury or, you know, kind of rest him. But it was just like, where was that energy the year before? It was because, like, they were worse off the next year. Was it because they were in a playoff spot? They were like, no, we need to rush him out there. Like, we need to get to this playoffs. And, like, that's just selfish. Like, you basically risked this young man's career for a fucking wild card spot, bro. Like, that's terrible. And I mean, RG3 paid for it with his career, and it's tragic as fuck. They tried to sit him out, like I said, to prevent further injury. And then the year after that, he sprained his ankle in week 2 and then got benched by week 9 by, get this, Colt McCoy. RG3 was benched by Colt McCoy, one of the Browns quarterbacks drafted first round who never panned out. Rise and fall, man. That's wow. And then in 2015, Kirk Cousins was named the starter, and RG3 was somewhere on the practice squad. Yeah, they put RG3 on the practice squad. And then in 2016, that year later, he was released by the Redskins, picked up by the Browns, and then at the end of the season, he was released by the Browns. And then on April 4th, 2018, RG3 signed a 1-year contract with the Ravens, and he did so well, he earned a spot as a backup for Lamar Jackson. And RG3 will never be back to his Rookie of the Year caliber days. The injury bug and medical negligence from early in his career derailed what could have been maybe even a Hall of Fame career. And that's why, in my opinion, RG3 is one of the greatest sports tragedies ever. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, y'all. It's been your boy ANT from the Spell Block Agency, a.k.a. the Above Average Gamer, a.k.a. the Elevated Gamer, all that. But be safe out there, y'all. Don't get smoked. Go ahead and leave a like. Don't leave a dislike. This is whole primo video type shit. You know, scored 4 goals and talked about football, basketball, all the major sports all the sports that I'm really into type shit. So, you know, the video had everything. Why would you leave a dislike? Go ahead and sub and ring the damn bell so you don't miss none of this dope content I got dropping as I come back and drop all this content for y'all going to Vegas. I recorded this actually like a week before I left type shit. But hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, be safe out there, y'all. Don't get smoked. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the damn bell. I'm out. Peace. Hope y'all enjoy these little highlights. I was hyped, man. 4 goals, bro. This is only like literally probably like my 4th or 5th time playing legitimately, and I've been playing on like pro. Haven't even been playing on easy. Been playing with the little hybrid controls. Oh, this game is lit. I fuck with the NHL 20. I might have to fuck with this game more and drop some more commentaries. But stay tuned. Like I be saying, big things popping, little things stopping. I'm out for real this time. Peace.